Yo, yo, what's happening? We are Lizzie I on KS Dizzle, my nizzle.
You the target, the target.
All right, what's popping there?
What's happening? What's
What's
happening?
happening? What's happening?
No shit. Hey, look. So first and foremost, we want to apologize for tardiness, right? But life has been life. I want to know one quick thing before we take what up, Debo? What up, SNS? What up, 57? Who else up in her? Up in this right now. I bet. So the question is for y'all who are listening right now before we get our disclaimer in and all of that good stuff talking. Hey, what we sound like? We echo right now. What we
Echoing.
got?
Echoing.
Yeah, I'm echoing
Yeah, I'm
heavy.
echoing heavy.
Have you?
Yeah,
It is what it is.
I know what it is.
Mhm. That's some bullshit because I want to use my fucking mic, bro.
So
Hey, what
use
up?
it.
So
Let's get
use
it
it.
in.
Let's get it.
Hey, so look, my guy said lots of background noise. So is it me with the background noise, Shorty? Or Debo? Or is it?
Yeah, I don't
Because
got no
look,
Yeah, I don't
background
got no
noise.
background noise.
while I'm asking questions, you feel me? So you see the mic popping, right? Well, okay. Yeah, so your boy done did a thing. So I'm just trying to make sure, you know what I'm saying, that first off, hey, y'all hear this? Cheers.
So many
So
things,
many
things
things.
that you help
We didn't get a thing up here. God damn it. But fuck it, I'm gonna just roll with the punches, man. Welcome to Kick Stands Down, KSDI way. You know, the four horsemen. We're missing the fourth leg or the first leg, however you may look at it. But we're gonna continue on, man. It's another Monday. We're blessed to see it, and we're gonna kick this thing off Mental Health Monday. We're gonna kick it off right. However, before we start that, we're gonna go ahead and kick out this disclaimer because we are known to say some things, and we don't want that to reflect on anybody else but ourselves. So here's the disclaimer for KSD. Welcome to Kid Stands Down, Kid Stands Down podcast. If you ever had the opportunity to like, share, and subscribe, please do so now or after the show. But these are our thoughts and opinions, our thoughts and opinions only. They have nothing to do with our prospective clubs and who we may or may not associate with and or support. However, we support each other and support our fucking family, which is y'all, KSD, the community family. So what's happening? I'm going to mute my motherfucking self and I'm going to see what my brothers got to say about the team.
What's up, family? I know we've been away for a while, but we're here now. We're back. Welcome to Mental Health Monday. We're gonna put a good show on for you tonight. Make sure you're putting all your comments in the comment section so we can interact with you. But trust me, that's one of the best ways to have a Mental Health Monday. Interact, participate, be a part of the show. What say you there, brother Thug?
All right, what's good, everybody? You know, like you said, we've been gone for a minute. We missed y'all like y'all missed us. Mental health Mondays, this shit is super important. You know, a lot of y'all got some horrible mental health problems. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's go on and kick it off, talk about it. You know what I mean? Sometimes the best thing is being able to have a forum where you can release your thoughts without being judged and people relating. So, you know what I'm saying? Good to see y'all.
Big facts, big facts. What up, Mike Beasy? How you be, bro? Hey, look, shout out to SNS. Hey, Mike Beasy. Before I continue, man, you are hilarious with this Instagram shit. I know that I'll be super late, like getting back to you, dude, but you're hilarious, and I'm gonna do fucking better. And I still gotta come down there to see you. But we're gonna rock out, man, because we're running a little late, and that's my fault because I was doing this setup thing. This is my first time doing the setup with my brothers. So I wanted to see how it sounded, but we didn't get enough time to work on technical difficulties. Let's scratch all that, man. We're here to talk about life and how short it can be. Don't let that go over your head. So what I mean by that is I had posted something maybe couple of days ago, right? 3, 4 days ago. And it was revolving around mental health. That's the video. I don't know if you guys had a chance to go watch it or whatever. But yeah, that's what I did. And basically it showed the smiles, the laughter that people bring to you, the cherishable moments, energies, and all these people that was shown are no longer here because of their mental health and struggle. These are famous people who have money. You know, things that everybody be chasing. I ain't gonna say everybody, but it's a large popular group out here that are chasers of, hey, listen, if I got money, I got happiness, right? It's not necessarily true. You have to be happy within oneself in order to actually fulfill life's dreams. Because if you're not happy with yourself, you may take yourself away from this earth. I'm going to be a stickler when I say this. I'm not trying to be harsh, but suicide to me is a selfish act because you're only thinking about how you feel. You might have a bunch of other emotions that are overpowering your thoughts and opinions or some failure. So I'm not sure what's going on, but I feel like, and I'm going to pause right here and let my brothers chime in because we're going to get deep tonight. But I feel like it's a selfish act because you didn't give me an opportunity to talk to you. You didn't give me an opportunity to say, hey, listen, whatever you're going through right now, I'm going to drop. I'm willing to be personally. I'm willing to drop what I'm doing right now to come to wherever you are. If that service case over, stay on the phone with me. You know what I'm saying? Let me come see you. Or if there's you my next door neighbor or you up the street, hey, come talk. Hey, I tell you what, you stay right there. Do me a favor. You know what I'm saying? And we'll fix you a glass of water or something. I'll be there in a minute. But y'all fellas chime in, man. How y'all feel about that? Is it a selfish act or you feel like it's not a selfish act?
Well, selfish act. I wouldn't necessarily say it's selfish act. A lot of us don't have an outlet to speak on. We don't have anybody that's willing or we feel is willing to listen to us without judging. And a lot of us just don't want to tell other people our problems. You know what I'm saying? We're very secluded in what we're going through. We don't want nobody else to, you know what I mean, look at us differently. And you definitely don't want to throw them back in your face. The majority of the time, people we didn't confided in somebody about what our mental health is, what it ain't, what we're going through. And when somebody's upset or is thrown back in the face, it pushes you more into this hole of not wanting to talk, not wanting to do anything, and you don't feel like you can get the help. You know what I mean? But the help is there. You know, it's like you have brothers like us. I'm gonna pull up. If you say you need to talk, we're gonna talk. If you need me to pull up, I'm gonna pull up. Just have me something to eat and something to drink. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna need to get full while I listen to you tell me about your problems. You know what I mean? But it's the mental health shit is heavy. You know what I mean? We all go through it. I know I'm going through my little issues right now, and you know, it presses a line. No matter how strong you are, no matter what you've been through, what your experiences are, the shit presses a line. And what's up to everybody? Uh, everybody out there, True, Evo, 57, Lotus, what's happening, everybody?
Yeah, I want to piggyback off what the brother said. Everybody has mental health issues. We have to deal with it every day. Some days are easy, some days are hard. You know, I got my stuff going on right now. I've had a couple of bad spots recently, the last couple of weeks. The VA fucking with me. They ain't giving me what they're supposed to give me. You know, the depression has hit me hard a couple of times, but I've been able to get through it with a little bit of help. You know, Frost is going through some shit right now. Make sure you all reach out to him and let him know that you're thinking about him and you got his back. He needs it right now. I'm telling you, I had talked with him earlier. He needs a lot of our support right now. So make sure you're reaching out to him. It's just some people can deal with these issues fairly easy, and some people can't. So when you can't, that's what the rest of us are here for. Reach out. Back in the military days, man, they always told us, suck it up and drive on. We didn't get no help. You didn't show that kind of weakness in the military because, like Tuggan said, you get looked down on. You get thrown back at you. It was hard for me for 20 years, man. I had to sit there and try to get myself out of that frame of mind. And I still find myself slipping back into that from time to time. Because, 30 years of that, kind of hard habit to break. Yeah. Make sure you reach out to your people, your brothers, your sisters, everybody. You ain't got to do nothing but just reach out. Say, hey, you good? All right, cool. Trust me, there's a lot of days and a lot of people just reaching out to them is going to make their day much better. What you say there, Trouble?
I say y'all are correct. And like I said, these are our thoughts. These things, I don't want anybody to judge. Judge, let's be judge. First person on the record. That's house. So, but like I said, me myself, you know what I'm saying. I can't say that I struggle with depression, but what I can say is I struggle with different emotions, right? Uh, emotional roller coaster. It's times that I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see you. Fuck you. Real. And
Hey, speak up, Trouble.
okay, you hear me now? That. All right. So what I was saying was, I can't say that I struggle from depression because I don't. But what I can say is I struggle with uh, emotions, right? Um, life drives you to have different emotions. So it's a lot of times that I don't feel like talking. It's a lot of times it's fuck you, you cool, definitely fuck you, and I don't feel like talking to you right now. So don't take it personal. You know what I'm saying? It's just as a man, we're all men up here on this panel, right? Um, not neglecting our ladies. I will talk to y'all in a second. But as a man, we deal with a lot on a day-to-day basis. Not saying that you don't. However, we don't deal with what we deal with emotionally. There's emotions built under it, through it, beside it, with it, but we don't deal with them emotionally. We can react out of emotion, but it's going to be 90% logic. So basically, where I'm going with this is it's like you never know what anybody's going through. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to know what I'm going through because I'm not really going to tell you unless I get up here. You know what I'm saying? Or something crosses my mind, like everybody knows, follows any of my pages, especially Facebook Easy Thoughts. Uh, I get up there and I'll say something. Now, if I get up there and I'll say something, and it's my words, it ain't nobody that I copied and pasted, just know that it was either something on my mind, something that registered right then, and I needed to say it so that I myself can read it and go back and regurgitate it. And you're right. You know what I'm saying? Stand on that. That's how I get out. That's how I get out most of my emotions and my steam and my, you know, and my feelings. Social media. When I'm talking to y'all, my family, whether you be Facebook fam or real fam in real life, when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. Um, I'm a graduate of Experience University, and so are my brothers. So we speak off of experience, just like SNS said. Between being in my head and family shit, I've been mad. I've been MIA from everyone. Uh, I have been. Let me bring it closer. It's too far away from me. MIA from everyone. I've been in contact with a few, but been staying away from most. Hey, listen, man. I definitely feel you. You know what I'm saying? It's good to take that break. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody. Can you hear me now, SNS? Not everybody deserves your time. Not everybody deserves your patience. Not everybody deserves an explanation either. You gonna dig that? And me personally, I don't believe in giving out explanations anymore. You feel how you feel, all right? It's my life. I'm not gonna let you control it, all right? The day that I let you control it is the day that I lose power, and I don't plan on losing power anytime soon, unless that man upstairs say, "Hey, listen, it's about time for you to lose some power." You gonna dig? But if it ain't him, it's me versus you, and And so I'm not going to let you predict my next move. I'm not going to let you predict where I should go on this next journey. I'm not going to let you predict what's money I can make, what's money I can't make. I'm not going to let you predict anything. I'll take care of my family. I'll take care of these kids. I'm not going to let you do it. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. I can't speak for it. But hopefully it's reaching someone that is going, hey, bro, we were talking before this live, right? You showed me a picture of a young man. My condolences goes out to him and his family because when you sent to me, I was in the middle of like taking a little nap from work. I put a hamstring and like working last day. Said trying to play with my daughter for a second, fell asleep on her. Feel me? So life is life, and I'm thinking that because I'm usually not that tired, but I'm thinking that with this whole mental thing playing in my head, and then life and it hit me, and then I had to just lay it down for a second, just refresh, reboot real quick. But did you know that young man? And if you did, can you speak on it for a little bit?
So no, I didn't know him. I just, I mean, one of my friends, I was telling them about the mental health Mondays, and they were saying, you know what I mean, and she brought the picture, and she was like, this young man was a pillar of the community, top in his class at Christopher Newport News University, gave back to the community, had a wife and kids. They found him dead in the backyard. He committed suicide. So, SNS was saying about being in your head. That's number one for everybody. Because once you get in your head, once you get in your mind, then it's hard to get out of your head. You know what I mean? Like you better than anybody else. And now I'm in my head. I mean, I've been in my head for the last couple of days, and it's like when you get in your head, you don't see nothing positive. All you see is the negativity. All you see is woulda, coulda, shoulda. All you see is everything that went wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you see. And we seclude ourselves. Seclusion brings more time to think. The idle mind is a devil's playground. So when your mind ain't right and you have enough time to continue to think over and over and over about everything you coulda, woulda, shoulda did. If I would have stayed with this chick, if I would have went this way, if I would have did this, that's all you see. That's where that's why I feel like this mental health Monday is very big to me because you get to vent. Sometimes you need to release. And I definitely feel like what Beak was saying earlier, if you call somebody and you don't even gotta call, you could text somebody and say, hey, I'm thinking of you. Just though something that small can change your whole outlook on a person's day. You know what I mean? Just because guess what? Somebody else is thinking about me. What's up, Monster? Somebody else is thinking about me without me having to say anything. It goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? So if it's people that that is that's in your life or in your circle, you know what I'm saying, rock with them. Rock with them the long way. You know what I mean? So it's definitely mental health is definitely something way more serious than we give our credit for. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give yourself credit for when being in your head and getting out of it. You know what I mean? Be careful with the seclusion because seclusion can backfire. You know what I mean? But I definitely understand that's what you're going through. And 357 says about being nice to people because you don't know what they've been going through. And it's true. You don't know what people go through. You know what I mean? Just saying something like I say, hey, thinking of you. Hey, I miss you. Hey, you trying to get together and do something? You know what I'm saying? That no problem, sis. That's what you know what I'm saying? Those are steps to helping people get over little stuff. And you think it's little with a text or a hello or anything, but it goes a long way. You know what I mean? So continue to do the little things. A lot of little things is better than one big thing, personally.
You know, everything these fellas are saying is just straight facts, man. There's no lie in anything they've said. And it's a little easier for y'all out there on the East Coast than the set because, you're fairly close to each other. And y'all can face to face and interact together. Do your thing like that. Somebody like me out on the West Coast, a little harder. You know, I interact with y'all through this, through Facebook, through texts. It's good. It helps. And I appreciate when people reach out to me. There's been a lot lately, just off of Facebook from the community that reached out and make sure that I was good. And I definitely appreciate that because a lot of times, especially when you're in your head, you feel nothing but alone. And when you get to the point where you're telling yourself, I can't, that's especially when you need to reach out to somebody, anybody, because you might be telling yourself you can't, but you can, and you will. You need to. Quitting's never an option because there's somebody out there who's thinking about you, somebody out there that can reach out, that can even just say, hey, man, I'm here. You ain't got to say nothing. Just know that I'm here for you. That's it. That's all you got to do. Reach out. Never, ever, ever keep yourself in the box because that box ain't no good for you.
Hey, 357. Hey, good shit, bro. I want to bring your comment back up. There you go. You internalize a lot of things, right? Right. I used to too. While I wouldn't say it's bad per se, but I wouldn't say it's good either. I would definitely say that everyone in this world that is on this side of the dirt needs someone that they can feel safe with, right? Don't have to worry about who's gonna know what. Me personally, I don't care what you know or don't know about me. You ain't me. You can hear whatever you hear and you can think whatever you think, but you haven't been where I've been and been through or going through what I'm going through. So you can listen, observe, you can take what someone else says, or you can be a damn human being and have some compassion and reach out. Um, Internalization, I struggle with that from shit, I tell my age, a long time. I don't care, I'm 43. You know what I'm saying? Big 40s. Feel me? But, and mine came from growing up, right? So, with me growing up in a household where my mom had to be mommy and daddy for majority of my life, and then when it was time for daddy to step in, I never liked the ninja, but she proceeded to marry him anyway. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Met my pops one time, sperm donor, rest in peace. Um, but I internalized with a lot of that because every father figure, when I really stopped doing the street shit, and, you know what I'm saying, running around, goddamn doing whatever, woo, 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 allegedly, um, I would reach out to my homeboy's pops. You know what I'm saying? Go kick it with him, go have a drink with him to see what it feels like to get some kind of advice from a male figure versus the street male figures that I was getting advice from. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to think logically and move successfully. Um, so to speak from the street mentality, but I stopped internalizing shit when I was about 30. Start really speaking out. You know what I'm saying? But with my speak out, it became lash out. So I realized that internalization, that I had a whole lot more that I internalized. And when it came out with different angles to where it's like, bro, we was just talking about soccer. How the hell did we end up fighting? And then you end up crying over some shit that happened when you were 7, my nigga. What you got going? You know what I'm saying? That's because I compartmentalized a whole lot for a long period of time. And anybody knows that if you shake a soda up long enough, when that top releases, everything comes out, right? So it doesn't matter what order it was in, it's just going to come out. So I had to learn how to stop doing that. My biggest thing is speaking and not being understood. And then you're not listening to understand. Sometimes when I'm speaking, I don't need for you to say shit. I need for you to shut the fuck up and listen for a second. Because when I'm talking, 9 times out of 10, I have my answer. I just want to say it out loud, get it off my chest, and then, boom, it'll pop out. Or I might not have an answer, and I'll leave it blank because I'm going to ask you, do you think I'm tripping? Or how you feel about what I just said? You know what I'm saying? But that's just me, though. Like, that's how I communicate. You know what I'm saying? That's how I get stuff off. Shit. Me and motherfucking damn Thug done had plenty of conversations. This man ain't had to say nothing at the end. He didn't have to. He just said, I understand. No, I feel you on that one. No, you were dead right. No. You did the fucking Kevin Hart shit. Nah, yeah. You good. Yeah. You good. Yeah. It's okay. All right. Where my laughing button there? Hold on. Well, I had to swing that in there, boy. I had to swing that in there. But nah, all jokes aside, man. Try not to do that as much, sis. You know what I'm saying? We up here, we a whole family. You know what I'm saying? You can say shit jokingly and mean the fucking dog shit out of it. Or we can wait till Mental Health Monday and we can damn have these conversations. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like nobody on Kickstands Down is going to judge you. Nobody on Kickstands Down is going to run back and be like, "Oh yeah, you heard what she said, bro. You heard what he said." Buddy for dope in the head, ain't it? Nah, I don't do shit like that. You feel me? Because I take this shit serious. Like I got a picture in here now. It has nothing to do with mental health Monday, but I'm just thinking like when I came out here last night and I'm looking at certain things in my garage that remind me of family that I've lost, and then I'm looking at birthdays. It's like, damn, y'all was so young. You know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with taking their own lives. You know what I'm saying? Or struggling with mental health per se, because I don't know. I don't know if they were struggling with mental health and then things happen, and you know what I'm saying. What's up, Glenn? What's popping with you? Thanks for coming on the show. Much love and respect and continue last weekend. But yeah, man, it's just when you really sit back and you start thinking and visualizing life for what it is, it's so much bigger than yourself. You know what I'm saying? Something as simple as going outside and taking your fucking shoes and socks off and standing in the grass, getting in contact with the earth that we live in. You know what I'm saying? These tree limbs. Have you ever started paying attention to the forest? Have you ever looked at actual trees and leaves and limbs? Look at your anatomy and then look. Go take a pic. Go to Google. Homework. Go to Google. Bring up the anatomy, right? And start looking at stuff like lungs, things of that nature, veins, and all of that. So just start looking, right? And then go outside and start looking. For real. Like we are made up of what the hell we live in, yo. And we don't take enough time to appreciate the time that we do have here. Like I don't care nothing about a million views on this shit. I really don't. Because if I get 1 to 10 viewers that it meant something and changed their trajectory, I've been reading books lately. Don't sleep on me. Education is key. But if it could change the way that they, live their life or want to aspire to be something different other than just moping around because life is hitting them, and life hitting everybody, man. But it's about what you do in your life to make that thing turn around. What say y'all?
Well, definitely grounding, taking your socks off and going in the grass, that's grounding. You know what I mean? And that's definitely important. Grounding should be done, you know what I mean, at least once a week because we lose ourselves. SNS, you said earlier that you don't say nothing because you don't want to be somebody else's stumbling block. When you have ones that you love, That's not even that shouldn't even be the mindset. Mindset is the people that love you would rather be there for you than you consider being a stumbling block. And Lotus, you said something earlier too. Self care is definitely key. But you know what I'm saying? But to what self care with droplets of depression and not knowing can definitely, sway the self care. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a focusing point on those that's in you. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe I don't believe in having circles. And the reason I don't have a circle is because no matter which way you turn in that circle, you have to watch your back. I believe in a straight line. I'm in the back of the line, I can see everything in front of me. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna tell you to have a circle, but have a straight line. And I'm pretty sure it may not seem like it, but you got some people in your life that want to know that you're all right as it is. They want to know you good. You know what I'm saying? They know that you're solid. And that goes for everybody on the show. It's like what we've been through. You know what I'm saying? What we've been through in our life and our experiences, it molds us to who we are. And the trauma that we hold from child age, we carry it. 99% of us have never been in no type of counseling, ever. And some of us need counseling. You know what I'm saying? But again, too proud to go. I know me personally, I'm not going to ever get counseling because I'm not physically going to tell nobody nothing about what I've done in my life and what I'm going through. I don't care if it's confidentiality. I don't care if they know what I'm going through. It just doesn't matter to me. But I will come here on my mental health Mondays and be like, hey, right now my mental health ain't good. You know what I mean? And I can talk and I can vent. And I don't have to worry about, like Pro will say, I ain't worried about nobody saying, oh, he said this, he said that. You know what I mean? It's like this Kickstands Down is a community that was brought to me that, y'all are family. A lot of y'all I talk to outside of outside of Kickstands Down. We try, we swap, we laugh. Of course, y'all know your brother Thug and ignorant as shit. I'm gonna stay that way. But I'm the same brother, I'm coming. You tell me to come, I'm coming. You say you need something, I give you my word is my bond. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that right there, pure. When you go to counseling, what happens when you do? What happens when you do confide in somebody? And when you confide in them, it don't help. You know what I mean? Now what? Now you back to introvert. Now you're going all the way back to where you're going to that dark place. You know what I'm saying? In 357, you say yours come out of anger. Like anger. You can't do no thinking when you're angry. You're not gonna have the right process. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna take shit in the same. You're not gonna register shit the same because you're angry. But once your anger goes, I tell you know what I mean. Everybody need me time. Take some me time. Cool down. However you do it. You know what I'm saying. Whether you smoke weed, smoke crack, heroin, whatever your drug of choice is to get you to a place of calmness, get calm. And when you get calm, I'll guarantee you that same thought that you was thinking about while you was angry is gonna be something different because now you're more level headed. Now you got more understanding, probably more patience than you do when you're angry. So emotions play a heavy, heavy, heavy part of your mental health. You know what I'm saying? And we're emotional beings in this world. So it's about being able to find a safe place for you and being able to calm down and then come back to the situation. Don't go to the situation while you're mad and while you're angry. You know what I mean? Just do your best to focus. SNS, you solid, brother. Just keep up the good work. You know what I mean? Everybody that's out there that's going through it, after every storm is sunshine. For sure, for sure.
I got to touch on the whole counseling thing. I did my counseling many years ago. It didn't do me any good. Just because that guy or a girl or whoever got a piece of paper on the wall, that don't mean that they're qualified to listen to you and try to help you get through your issues. Because basically what we're doing right now, this is a form of therapy. This is counseling. Ain't none of us some licensed psychotherapist or whatever. I damn sure ain't. but I have pretty good intuition and I can listen to you. I can maybe try to help you step through your problems, figure it out. Maybe I can help you improve your mood. Everybody knows I get up here, I cut up, I act a fool. But I know how to be serious when it's time for it. I know how to be a professional. And I know how to be professional when I have to go to somebody else and say, yo, man, I got an issue. What do you think about this? Can you help me with that? You ever gone through anything like that? Because like Thuggin said, we've all been through our own stuff. We don't necessarily know what everybody else is going through. And you don't necessarily know how to approach somebody because you're not sure. And that's fine. We all got to deal with it in our own way. But I know when I come up in here, especially on a Mental Health Monday, for me, it's a kind of therapy. I can talk. I can say what I need to say, discuss what I need to. And again, nobody's going to judge us. Nobody's going to say anything. Not going to be behind the back, woo woo. Oh, did you hear that? You hear what he said? He's going through this. Ah, fuck that, man. That guy ain't nobody. Nah, you got to be better than that. You got to be a better person. And yeah, I'm having a bad day. Somebody comes to me and says they're having a bad day. Usually, not always, but usually, I can put my shit down for a minute. Hopefully, I don't have to pick it back up afterwards, but sometimes I do. And this is one of the toughest things for a lot of people to talk about. We said it, we'll say it again. We internalize a whole bunch of shit. And for most of us, it's because we were never taught how to deal with it. We got to figure this shit out on our own. And yeah, I had the same anger issues for a long time. I still deal with it from time to time. But I've done my best to learn how to deal with it and keep it in check. And for the most part, I think we're all fairly private people. We don't put all of our shit out there for everybody to see. Even when it's just a small straight line of people, you know, the four of us that get up here on this show and we provide you this platform to interact with us. We talk to each other offline. We talk to each other in the green room before and after. We still don't tell everything that's going on. You got to trust somebody, but your trust can only go so far most times. I know I've been burned hundreds of times in my life trusting people, and the shit turned around and bit me right in the ass. But I still got to trust somebody sometime. And a lot of times, it ends up being you guys.
Amen to that, brother. Amen to that. Hey, listen, we're going to take a quick intermission real quick, and we're going to do a commercial break. Kickstands down. Kickstands down merch. Shout out to Miss Lotus. This is my freaking tumbler, which is freaking awesome. So make sure you tap in and get your tumbler from Miss Lotus. Also, if you want some KSD merch, you can hit up tpublic.com. We got all sorts of specials going on. We got Big Beak over here, man, who comes up with all sorts of crazy ideas. I'm still waiting on my sleeves. It's still a little warm outside, so I still want to rock the sleeve, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, tattoo joint without the tattoo joint, you feel me? But we just wanted to make sure that we give credit where credit is due. Miss Lotus has been rocking with us from day one. She has been, you know, providing these things of such pleasure. It keeps your drink so chill. I'm on Hen Dog right now, and I am really feeling this conversation. So, hey, shout out to T Public. Shout out to you for support KSD. Shout out Miss Lotus. All right, so I love my sound effects, boy. So listen, I want to say something. That therapist, right? What happens when the therapist needs therapy? Yeah, who they talk to? You know what I'm saying? So don't be so quick to trust somebody with documentation. Now that documentation is supposed to be enclosed. Nobody's supposed to know about it, right? It's supposed to be between you and your therapist. But they had to talk to somebody too. Um, who do they talk to? Who? Because when you're talking to people, there's a thing called transfer energy. That's why we're so positive up here. You know what I'm saying? And we're positive in real life. You know what I'm saying? But we try to keep it as positive as possible, but we keep it realistic as possible as well. So just think about that when you're spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on something that may or may not work. Counseling, therapy, and things of that nature. Um, and there was another comment. Boom, 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 boom. Pure has said something. I want to go back to what Pure said because I feel like you're right. Uh, shit, that shit. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I was going to hit on, and then Pete hit on too. Said glad I don't look like what I've been through. Counseling didn't help my mental, and the real thing that helps my mental is me, because I know me better than me. I love me. You can't tell me that I'm not in love with me. I wake up every morning as me because I don't have to pretend to be anybody else because I'm happy in my own skin. You understand what I'm saying? I might not have everything that I want, but I have everything that I need. So I don't be superficial with shit. You know what I'm saying? This car that's in front of me, I can drive it, pay for it. You know what I'm saying? This family that I have, mine. You can't have it. You might want it, but you can't have it. It's mine. Ups, downs, confusion, headaches. I don't give a damn. It's still mine. You know what I'm saying? So live life a day at a time. Stop worrying about stuff 3 days ahead of time. Handle it when it hits your lap. When it hits your lap, handle it. If it doesn't go, if the turnout isn't the way that you want it to be, hey, there's always tomorrow. Perfect. There's always tomorrow, right? Um, what you say? We both get out there and we may or may not disclose pertinent details, but just having someone who gets you when others can't, won't, and wouldn't is monumental. I agree. I definitely agree. Finding that someone who gets you, you know what I'm saying? That you don't have to go through 1,000 people trying to get understood. All right. So the people who get you, they're going to get you regardless. Well, whatever you're going through. My team right here, they get me. They know I go on my tangents. They know I go on my fuck yous and I wish a motherfucker would and allegedly. You feel me? But at the end of the day, I got it off my chest. Now I'm back. You know what I mean? Um, we got about 17 minutes, man. Y'all got anything y'all want to throw out there?
So this mental health, a lot of it stems from our upbringing. So my granddaddy was a mean motherfucker. I'm talking about mean. And I used to get my ass beat growing up for shit that we shouldn't be getting our ass beat for. You know what I mean? And the shit that this man instilled in me when I was a child, the shit I used to get my ass beat for, and I still hold that shit at 46 years old. I still have, I still have the, and this is just getting all the way like this, all the way there. I'm 46. When I was young, my granddaddy was a Marine. He told me a man does not sit down to take a piss. If you got to shit, you better not piss while you're shitting. Either you piss or you shit, but you don't do both. At 46 years old, I cannot sit down and piss. No way, no how. And that man has been dead for some years. But the shit that we go through for us being young, shit that's been embedded in us, that's what we hold on to. That's what we grasp onto. You know what I mean? I didn't have nobody, and as kids, we didn't have nobody to go through. You know what I'm saying? It was You know, we grew up in the era, you know what I mean? Stop crying. You get beat, but stop crying. You know what I mean? It's not, you know, you can who can you go tell when you feel some way? And then when you do go tell the ones that you look up to, your uncles tell you, nigga, stop acting like a bitch. Stop being a pussy. Suck it up. So over the time, that's all we do. We continue to that reverts in our mind from what we've been through. So guess what? We suck it up. We go through it. We don't we don't say nothing. But now you look back, these same people that raised you and beat on you, they had mental health problems and they didn't let it go. They didn't have nobody to vent to. So you caught all the wreck, you caught all the anger, all the misunderstanding that whoever was raising you had. And that's big. I think that's very, very big. And we take that uh, for granted. We take what we've been through for granted. You know what I mean? Even now, just sit back and look at the people that raised you. Look what you went through. Did they have mental health problems now that you're older? You know what mental health problems is? Can you see the signs? Can you see where they miss somebody talking to them? Because mental health was never an issue up to what, 15, 20 years ago? When people started really understanding and really start putting into the mental health. Like before then, motherfuckers didn't know nothing about no mental health. So if they don't know about it, how can they teach you about it? How can they help themselves so you don't have to go through the same thing? That's why we're here now. So we can help each other to help the future, not go through the way your niece, your nephew, your son, your daughter, so they can have an outlet that we didn't have. You know what I mean? It's super important. Super important. You know, and like you say, notice you said something earlier. You don't like to say nothing because it's thrown back in your face. You're talking to the wrong people. You're talking to the wrong people. Because the right people are gonna do nothing but motivate. And they're gonna put that battery in your back and they're gonna juice you up like the little energizer bunny. They want you to keep going and going and going. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wear a mask, trials and tribulations. Everybody costs something. If if a conversation costs you a friendship, at least it didn't cost you your life. You know what I'm saying? At least it didn't cost you more than that. Sometimes some people cost $1 million, some people cost $20. But everybody has a price. And if you gotta pay a person to get the fuck out your life so you can have peace, pay their ass and continue with your happiness. Continue going, moving forward. And that's what I got to say.
You know, I've been part of this KSD community now for a little bit over a year's time. And I was thinking about what I was going to say. And it popped in my head. I was thinking, the love and support that I've found through this community. And then I stopped myself for a second and said, no, that's not right. The love and support that this community has brought me, I haven't found it. This community has brought it to me. And several times when I needed it more than I realized I did. And that's, you know, everybody talks about, you know, how do you pay that back? You don't pay it back. You can't, because it's not meant to be paid back. It's done out of the goodness of somebody's heart and their love for you. And I know we throw that word out a lot, love, you know, and it means different things to everybody. There's no one definition of it. You know, I love my brothers up in here. I love all y'all out there in the community. Self-love is important, like Trouble said. When you wake up in the morning, you better love yourself. Because there's some days, no matter how many people you got around you, or how close people are to you, you might be the only person that loves you that day. That's just the way it is. I mean, it's not good, it's not bad, it just is. And there's a lot in this life that we have to deal with that just is. And I know me personally, I don't like not being in control of stuff. When it affects me, if I have no control over it, I get real upset about it. I get angry. And that doesn't do me no good. Just like Thuggan said, when you're angry, you can't make good choices or good decisions. You can't be a good person. I deal with it. I try. But I appreciate everybody out here, especially those of you who come out here on a Mental Health Monday. You open yourself up. You throw it out there and you say, well, this is what I'm going through. This is my experience. If I can relate to it, that's good. I'll accept it. I'll take it. If I can't, I'll try to figure out why. I'm big on, I got to know the why more than anything else. The who, what, when, and where, that's good, but I got to know the why. And that's the problem because I'm not always going to know why. And that'll eat me up. It always has, and I can't figure out a way to break that. But again, we appreciate y'all coming up here and supporting us, being a part of this community, being an active part of the community, and not just us, everybody's community out there. The Set, Mike Ball, Ms. Lotus, Black Dragon, everybody else we always talk about in this podcast community. We all out here for each other. We might be doing our own things, but we're all out here for each other. We're giving you just the same, I don't want to say advice, but the same experiences, the same life. And that's one of the key things that bring us all together, our life experiences. And I say it jokingly, and a lot of people do, but my therapist is my motorcycle. When I can get out on that motorcycle and just go ride, I don't have anywhere I'm specific I got to be. I just get on it and go ride. And that's how I get my head clear and I get my head right. Yeah, we're all part of organizations that we have responsibilities that we've got to deal with. Sometimes they involve being on that motorcycle. Sometimes they don't. But when you get the chance, and I know these two up here will back me up on this one, and you got a couple of hours, you ain't got nothing on your plate, and you can get on that bike and just go, don't waste that opportunity. Go, do it. Because if you don't, you're going to regret it in the long run. And it don't have just to be the bike. If you get a couple of hours to just go vegetate somewhere and just not do anything except be you, don't pass that opportunity up. It might not be there tomorrow. That's all I got to say.
Hey, before you come in real quick, I only got for you ladies. When you wake up every morning, look in the mirror, you gotta say good morning, gorgeous. For all you men, when you wake up in the morning, you're supposed to be like good morning, handsome. Cause I know I look good in the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Love yourself. Love yourself more than anybody else can love you. Without self love, you can't love nobody. Without you being in the right mind, you can't be there for nobody. Wake up every morning and pat yourself on the back. One, you woke up and you are who you are. You know what I'm saying? So for all you ladies, y'all are gorgeous. If ain't nobody telling you, you're beautiful. For all you men, no diddy, y'all handsome, y'all strong. And stay that way. Stay focused. Stay focused. When the vision get blurry and you can't see, slow down. Keep that straight line walking. Cause your vision gonna come back. And you're gonna have 20/20 vision, you're gonna be seeing great. So yeah, that.
Hey, first off, man. First off, I thank God for this platform, and I thank God for my brothers who decided that they wanted to take the opportunity to be. This is what Cadence is missing. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And like he said, man, I can't say it no better than neither one of my brothers just said it. You know what I'm saying? But I do wanna apply a little bit of pressure onto it. In order to love someone, first you must know how to love. And if you don't love the life that you live, relationships may not be for you. I'm just gonna be honest. So if you have kids, children, and you love them unconditionally, you need to love yourself with the same conditions. Um, when you have someone who is seeking some kind of help, take yourself out of it, be selfless, and improve their self worth when you have that conversation. I guarantee you'll feel better. I feel better after this segment. Um, I have a meeting after this, and I was actually going to go into it a little different direction than what I'm going to do now, because We're all humans. We're all subject to mistakes. No one is perfect. Um, so we really can't afford to waste precious moments on judgmental acts. I said it earlier, judge not, lest you be judged. However, I don't want to judge you. I don't have the final say so. All I can do is sit here and listen and be a help meet. I know that's going to be taken in the wrong direction because help me take is supposed to be with your partner and things of that nature. But I feel like the great brother prophet once said, each one teach one. So if this person over here doesn't know how to conduct self love, and I know how to conduct self love, why can't I teach that person how to start loving themselves? Stop being so judgmental about how, ladies, love you, but stop being so judgmental on how your body looks. All right. I know this is going to probably step on some pretty toes and crack some pretty nails, but stop being so judgmental and so hard on yourself. You're beautiful in and out. All right. Somebody going to like it. Right. And eventually, the right person, somebody going to love you. So don't be so hard on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I told y'all I was coming back to talk to the guys. Man, it's your turn. This is the way I see it. Social media is a blessing and a curse. Social media introduces things that you would never have thought of doing in that particular time frame, but since the fad is going on around now, you feel like you have to reintroduce yourself. Once you introduce yourself the first time, there's no need for another introduction. Um, Movies, right? I'm in a few. There's an introduction to a movie. There's an introduction to this podcast, which I didn't do. there's a there's a outro that I'm going to try to succeed in. But before your outro, before doing your intro, before your outro, there's content. So think of your life as that. You've already introduced yourself as who you are. Why are you trying to recreate yourself inside of the movie that you're living? And then when you end up with your outro, nobody knows who the fuck you are. So, ladies, I'm not harping on you, but that's a universal conversation that I just had. That goes for both. But I just want to say, as far as the ladies, you know what I'm saying? Hey, feel good in that skin, my mom. If you were damn 17 or a 7. Listen here, personality is everything. You did. Confidence is everything. You feel me? I'm going to keep it real with you. Before I got into a good relationship, I didn't give a fuck if you was a 7 or a 30. If you handled yourself right, I'm about to fuck with you, shout. Because you doing it in confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got to have the baddest, you know what I'm saying? But as long as you damn bring me some kind of motherfucking peace and you know me for me, not just know me for what you heard, shout out, fuck with you, shout. And that's on my mama now. Ain't lying to you. Hey, hashtag OMM on my mama. On mama and them, on folk, you feel me? But at the same time, in order for that to be portrayed from the male, you must first protrude it. Don't let that go over your head, shout. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all out here, man. But I'm starting to see a trend. Hey, man, be yourself, man. Step outside that crowd. Yo, fuck that crowd. You know what I'm saying? Deviate. You know what I'm saying? There's a thing called construction sites. And every construction site has what? A detour. Hey, take that. Take that long road and understand yourself. Understand why you're here. Understand what path you're trying to go through. Men, there's a construction site. Take that detour, my bro. Understand why you're here. Understand why you're traveling on this road. Understand why the bridge is out. And it's 5 minutes that way, but you got to take 55 minutes to get to the spot that you thought you had to go to. But along that 55 minutes, you learned 30 minutes in that, damn, that ain't even the route that I really wanted. Get to know yourself, man. Like Pete said, I used to cheat, right? Swear to God. Now I don't have that much time and energy to put into to sexual acts, right? But there is one motherfucker that I'm gonna fucking continue to cheat with as long as God, who I believe in, allows me to. That's that big mama over there in the corner, big black bitch. Feel me? Getting sexy. I'm gonna cheat with her every chance I get. But that's my baby, and that's my therapy. Just like Big said, you know what I'm saying? When I'm on her, she take care of me. I take care of her because I know her. You know how I know her? I help tune her. You know what I'm saying? I feed her. You know what I'm saying? I change the oil. You know what I'm saying? I get her looking good. I make her feel good. And she make me feel good. So let's reverse that. What am I talking about here? I'm talking about you and your relationship. Every relationship deserves a fine tune. And it starts with you. If you can't fine tune yourself, if you can't change your oil, if you can't check your fluids, or don't know how to, how the fuck you gonna check somebody else's? And I promise you, you have a better life with just fine tuning, man. Hey, man, it's your boy, man. I ain't got too much more to say, man. This is a beautiful show. I felt like we had some beautiful words. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let my brothers, if they have nothing else to say, do their outros, man, and then we're gonna keep this.
Shit. One, I'm gonna say this and I'm gone. So whatever your higher power is, God, Jehovah, Jah, Lotus said it's important. I'm not a biblical man, but he never put more in your shoulders than you can bear. And if it is, he just wants you on your knees talking to him. Give him that time. Give him that time. If you can't release to nobody else, release to your higher power. Man, I'm thuggish as usual. I'm up. I appreciate y'all. Man, y'all have a good night.
Yeah, this is a good show. Appreciate y'all coming out. Appreciate your brothers sharing as much as they did. Appreciate all the sisters sharing as much as they did in the comments. It's always good to read through the comments. Some funny, some serious, but it makes the show interesting. Not just something hit me while Trouble was talking, and I'm not going to wake up in the morning and my bike's going to tell me I don't love you anymore. I'll see y'all later.
All right, I guess it's me. I guess it's me. Hey, listen, man. This was a powerful, powerful comeback from Oh My Mama. Powerful, powerful comeback from a couple of weeks off. We had some technical difficulties, which we still are having some with our server. However, it's not going to stop anything. I appreciate everyone who has tuned in, chimed in, that continues to ask where the fuck we are. We're here and we're going to do better. I'm just running through these comments real quick because I hate to miss anyone. Let's see. And then I'll give you my thoughts in just a second. Thank you, Miss Lotus. Thank you, Mike Beasy. Until next time, my brother, I'm coming down. I promise you, brother. It's going to be soon. It'll be this year. I'll make it happen. I don't care if it's cold outside. I'm coming to see you. So it looks like we got everything caught up. All right, cool. So we've said a lot. I've said a lot. I'm in this garage faking. You feel me? But I do it for the love. Not. This is not a publicity stunt, guys. I've been doing podcasting. I started a couple of years back. I say roughly about 10 years back, 10, 11 years back. And I started taking it serious during that time frame. This is a platform where we can actually express ourselves, right? And not feel the intimidation of others, right? Like I think it was 357, or it was somebody in the comments. I can't remember who it was because it's too many comments ago. But it said people are very judgmental. You're right. You're right. But we have to get to a point in life where we don't care. Judge me. I don't care. Now I don't care. So I can speak off of how I feel now. But we gonna keep this thing rocking, man. We gonna get on these laws, but we had to take a moment. We had to come back strong as fuck. You understand me? We got some things going on the board. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Might be holler at you, boy, man. I got a couple of things going on, man. You know what I'm saying? With this and everything like that. But however, man, we really appreciate you guys. I ain't gonna hold you too much longer. I'm gonna try to find the outro and then we're going to make it do what it do. But before we do that, y'all already know my saying. Fake love is always worse than real hate. No debate. You heard it here first. KSD Outway. I'm your main man, Trouble, aka Left Lane Bully. We had the Thuggerin just left out, and we had the Beat Beaker that damn just spilled out. And let's not forget about our host, Frost, Don Dada. He had to handle some business tonight, so we decided to go ahead and lift off. But fake love is always worse than real hate, man. No debate. I'm gonna holler at you later. Peace.